When I look at this fight, Anthony Joshua taking on Francis Ngannou, I think this is probably going to be one of Anthony Joshua's toughest fights to date. If the knockout presents itself, will land the knockout. So I'm gonna have to go with my gut's gonna tell me I'm gonna go with. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Now we have a banger boxing match coming up. Anthony Joshua taking on the Predator, Francis Ngannou, the man that everybody said he dropped the bag. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this man did not drop the bag. He collected the bag when he fought Tyson Fury. Now, when I look at this fight, I think this is probably going to be one of Anthony Joshua's toughest fights to date. The reason why I'm saying that is that he's fighting a completely different athlete, right? He never fought Tyson Fury. He never fought Deontay Wilder. He's fighting an anomaly when it comes to Francis Ngannou, because Francis Ngannou has a long, extensive background in mixed martial arts. So Francis is used to seeing kicks, elbows, double leg takedowns, some jiu-jitsu. Now that Francis has crossed over into the boxing world, he did fight one of the greatest boxers of all time, which was Tyson Fury, and I believe he won that fight. Now, boxing is scored a little bit differently than it is in mixed martial arts. But with Francis taking on Anthony Joshua, you're seeing two top-of-the-line athletic specimens. I would say Anthony Joshua probably is the most technical boxer along with Tyson Fury. He stays inside his shell. He throws a nice, beautiful jab. He works behind his jab. In his last fight, he knocked out Homeboy with a beautiful. He's going to the jab to the body, then he went 1-1-2, ended up knocking him out. Now, Anthony Joshua has been finished in boxing against Andy Ruiz. I might have said that wrong, but I apologize. He got finished. And he's also been beat by Usyk. Now, Usyk is a totally different beast. He's a heavyweight that moves like a lightweight. He also trains with the same kind of training partners as Lomachenko. So we have seen Anthony Joshua be finished and outstriked. Now, Francis Ngannou, he is a heavy hitter. He comes forward and he's very patient. You saw that when he fought Tyson Fury and when he fought Alistair Overeem, Andrei Arlovski, Stipe Miocic. I mean, the list just goes on how patient the Predator is. So, some of the things that Francis Ngannou needs to do in order to beat Anthony Joshua, I would approach the fight and approach it like he did against Tyson Fury. Be dynamic, be different than actual boxers. Use what you've done in mixed martial arts and let it transfer over to boxing. Be patient. Obviously, Anthony Joshua is going to do his best to try to open up Francis Ngannou, to open up, to show him his hands. And you're going to see Francis Ngannou trying to counter Anthony Joshua when he's throwing that jab. Jab, jab, jab to the body, because Anthony Joshua does not want to exchange with Francis Ngannou, because Anthony Joshua has been dropped before by a smaller heavyweight who probably doesn't hit as hard as Francis Ngannou, but Andy Ruiz did do a good job of throwing punches and combinations. Now, what does Anthony Joshua have to do in order to take out the Predator, Francis Ngannou? He's got to be a boxer. Now, he necessarily doesn't have to knock out Francis Ngannou, but all he has to do is do what Tyson Fury did to him. Just outbox him, right? Boxing is a game about landing shots and not getting hit. Floyd Mayweather is very good at it, right? You look at how can Anthony Joshua use a jab to the face, to the body, move angles, throw the right hand, try to show the judges that this MMA fighter cannot come over here and outbox a boxer, right? That was one of the things that when you go back and you look at the Tyson Fury fight, if it was a fight in the streets, absolutely Francis Ngannou won, even though Tyson Fury did hit Francis Ngannou with an illegal elbow, but he outlanded Francis and he made Francis miss more. Now, if Anthony Joshua could take that exact same recipe and emulate it, make Francis Ngannou miss his shots while landing the cleaner shots, significant shots to the head and to the body, then we can see Anthony Joshua beat Francis Ngannou. And then the winner of this goes off and fights the winner of Usyk versus Tyson Fury. So a lot of things are on the table, not just the big ass bag that Francis Ngannou is going to make, but the opportunity for Francis Ngannou to finally potentially get a rematch against Tyson Fury, which I thought he won that fight, or he'll fight the new challenger, Usyk. Same thing for Anthony Joshua. If Anthony Joshua gets to Francis Ngannou, then we can finally see this fight and matchup that we've all been wanting to see, which was Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury, or will we see a rematch with Anthony Joshua versus Usyk? We've already seen that before. Anthony Joshua said, Usyk, you move way too much. I'm not used to your movement, and your output is through the roof. You look at the heavyweights in the time that Anthony Joshua was fight, the only one that's giving him trouble and he got knocked out by his Andy Deweese because he had a higher output than the typical heavyweights that he fought. Now, if Francis can come out there and use a lot more output, which we haven't seen from Francis, I don't think we're going to see it now. I think we're going to see a very stalking-like predator Francis. We're going to try to see Francis knock him out. But I do not think Anthony Joshua is going to knock out Francis Ngannou, because I just feel Anthony Joshua is just better at being very technical. And then if the knockout presents itself, he will land the knockout. But if you look at his record, he doesn't have a lot of knockouts, very high caliber boxers. So I'm going to have to go with, my gut's going to tell me, I'm going to go with Francis Ngannou. I think Francis is built for boxing. I think his stylistically, for him, this is a good fight for him. I think he knows where he is going to be good at in this fight. And I just see Francis having his hand raised against one of the best boxers of my time with Anthony Joshua. Big fan of his. I always compare him to the Klitschko's because he's so big and he's super athletic. You know, typically when you see heavyweights, they're not built, you know, like G.I. Joe. They're built like as Tyron would say, a bag of milk. So, boys, if you like these predictions and you think, what do you guys think is going to happen? Do you think Francis Ngannou is going to knock out Anthony Joshua, or do you think Anthony Joshua is going to do what Tyson Fury did and just box up Francis Ngannou and run away with a unanimous decision? I love to see your guys' comments, and make sure you guys leave a comment. Make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell whenever we go live. And make sure you bring your little butts back so we can watch the instant reaction. Yeah, well, damn. I'm going to be watching Francis Ngannou cooking Tyson Fury.
One over Tyson, one more over Tyson. Because I had the first one over him. I'm intending to have the second one. And he's been bitching about it, which is true. You're gonna sleep in the octagon again, and I'm gonna wipe the ring with your ass again. You wipe the ring with your ass. There was the blood in the ring.
Look at Francis.
It's sticking in your pants.
Cooking him. Cook him.
He's really heating up in here now.
I tell you, your only chance is in the ring, in the boxing ring with the boxing rules. When you step off of that ring, you better stay 5 meters away before I stuck your shit. Because if I lose it, you're going to have a really bad time, my friend. So, respect the fact that boxing is protecting us, and the rules of boxing is protecting us. Because out of that, without that, you are nothing in front of me.
Oui.
I beat you every day, twice on Sunday.
Man, huge W for Francis on, cooking Tyson Fury, and he's absolutely right. Boxing, the rules of boxing protect the boxers from the mixed martial artists, right? If Francis Ngannou wanted to go out there and do a double leg takedown, slam Tyson Fury in his head, pass his guard, and do a Kimura, he can do that because he's done it in a mixed martial arts fight, right? It is true that Tyson Fury is nothing to Francis Ngannou when it comes to MMA, because Tyson is all about boxing to be defensive, right? That's you get points for being defensive in boxing. When you look at that fight, when they fight each other, when Francis dropped Tyson Fury, he could have ran up on him, passed his guard, threw 5 strikes, knocked him out, or grappled him and then passed his guard and submit him. You guys got to look back. Francis Ngannou has knocked people out and also submitted people in mixed martial arts, where Tyson Fury hasn't done any of that. He hasn't chosen to do any of that. So the fact that Francis Ngannou is going into boxing and fighting the best of the best, he's taking on Anthony Joshua, and he's already fighting Tyson Fury, and then the winner of this fight of Francis and Anthony Joshua is going to fight the winner of Tyson Fury versus Usyk. Come on, man. We all know this. Come on, Tyson. You know Francis will, whoop you every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Whew. Big W for my boy Francis.